Hey, it's Vana, and welcome to the next Let's Play on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't tell what it is based on what's in front of you and what is in the title of this video, we're going to be playing Dark Souls, specifically Prepare to Die Edition. Now, unfortunately, I have played this game before. I actually beat it once, and then I loved it so much that I went back and did a New Game Plus run-through right afterwards. So, unfortunately, it's not going to be like me playing through Dishonored, not knowing what in the world I'm doing, which obviously is very fun to watch in terms of Dark Souls, which is really why I bought my friend this game like recently for 20 bucks. I just spent it just to watch him play it because it's so incredibly fun watching someone play Dark Souls. Now, it's been quite a while since I have played this, so I'm probably going to be a little rusty, but for the most part, I like to think I know quite a bit about this game. Not as much as, hardcore YouTubers that, base their channels around this game, but I did a lot of research and I love this game so much. It's in my top 5. There's nothing like it. It's totally 100% unique. If you've never played this game, if you've never seen anyone play this game, you're in for a treat. That's all I'm going to say. This game is amazing, and without talking about it for an hour like I could, I'm going to go ahead and just start the game. This is on Steam. I am playing with an Xbox 360 controller. I can't even imagine playing this game with a keyboard. I think it's impossible. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. I already have been through the PC settings. As you can see here, there's nothing much to change. So that stuff's all good, and then the key settings doesn't really matter because we're using a controller. Those are the keyboard settings. We have Quit Dark Souls in Steam. This is on Steam. Just a little side note, when I played this game, it was on Steam, but it was run by the Microsoft Game for Windows Live service, and they've since disbanded that service, and now it just runs on Steam. So everything got erased. There was a way to transfer files and achievements, but I was not aware of it when that was going on. It was after I was already done with this game. So basically, this is going to be a completely clean slate. Let's go ahead and get started. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's play Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. By the way, Prepare to Die Edition just means it comes with a DLC. One DLC that this game came with. That's it. I don't think there's anything else. I don't know why they didn't just call it Dark Souls comes with the DLC edition. Alright, adjust the brightness until flame is visible and dragon invisible. So I can see the dragon there. Let's see, the dragon is invisible. See, the dragon is invisible for me, like, right there. But I know for the average person, it's more like right here or something. So we'll just stick with 4, I guess. Okay, controls, normal, yes. Camera speed I might have to change, but I don't know. We'll wait and see if I need to or not. Toggle, auto lock on. Yes, definitely want that on. Camera auto wall recovery is good. Vibration 10, sure. Show blood, yes. By the way, this game is very violent, and if you don't want to see violence, I don't know why you're watching YouTube videos on games, but yeah, this is gonna get pretty bloody. Subtitles on, yes. HUD off. I turned that off for some reason, but need to turn that back on. We'll keep the sounds the same. Join leaderboard. Why is that off? Add this character to rankings. If a previous character has already been added, its rankings will be overwritten. I don't see why not. I don't have another character on this file. I did. I wish I could show you guys the last guy, but like I said, it erased all progress. Alright. And we've already done that. Okay, we've already done that as well. So now we're at the character creation screen, and I'm gonna say right off the bat, don't let the visuals throw you off of this game. This game is kind of ugly in certain ways. In other ways, it's really pretty, but in some ways it's ugly like this. Like, the character you create is ugly. It's got Oblivion Syndrome, but other parts of it is really nice looking, so don't be thrown off by this. Okay, this is usually I'm prepared when I come to character creation screens, but for this one I was just gonna wing it. We're gonna go ahead and call this guy. Oh yeah, it makes you type it on the keyboard. It's so weird. We're gonna go ahead and call this guy Vana. Yeah, and then the sex is going to be male. The class. So with Dark Souls, class really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what level you start off at. As you can see there, this one is level 6, and then it changes depending on which one you pick, and you're like, why wouldn't you just pick the highest? It doesn't really work like that in Dark Souls. It just determines what stats you start off with. So yeah, levels or classes don't really matter in Dark Souls too much. What really matters is what you start off with, the armor set it gives you, and also the starting stats. So I know what type of character I'm going to be playing this time around. So it's either going to be the warrior, the knight, the wanderer. Ooh, that is a cool armor set. But we don't want that. Actually, I think the wanderer is one of the best ones to start off with. I think it has one of the best base stats to customize. Let's see. The first time I played this game, I did thief, and that was kind of a mistake. I think if you pick thief, you're handicapping yourself. It makes the game quite a lot harder, I think. But I managed. Bandit, no. Hunter, no. Sorcerer, no. Pyromancer, no. Cleric, no. Deprived. Maybe. Let's see. What starts with the lowest amount of intelligence and faith? You guys know me by now. I don't like using magic. They're all pretty much the same. And the Pyromancer does start at level 1 and gets a whole bunch of stats for it. But I'm not going to be using Pyromancy too much. I think we will just start off with the Knight. Low-ranking Knight, high HP, solid armor, not easily toppled. This is probably the easiest class to start off with, and I'm not doing it for ease. I just really want to be the Knight in this playthrough, so yes. Okay, you also can start with a gift. I'll give you a rundown on what these do. That's terrible. Just gives you like a consumable that fully restores your HP once, which is not good at all. Black Firebomb is actually used for a secret thing that I'll get to when we get to it. But basically, if you pick Black Firebomb, you can do something that is really hard if you don't have it. And I'll explain later when we get to it. Twin Humanities is good, but you'll find a bunch of those anyways. Binoculars is terrible. You can find them in the game anyways. Pendant. Trinket, no effect, but fond memories, comfort travelers. Is that the thing? Yeah, I think this is the developer joke. This thing does absolutely nothing. There's nothing that this thing does, but so many people picked it thinking that it would have some special purpose. The Master Key is good. It lets you go through certain doors that you normally wouldn't be able to, unless you find the keys. So basically, it just lets you bypass certain doors that you would need to find the key for, and it actually makes a pretty good shortcut later on. Tiny Being's Ring is terrible. It says HP recovers slowly while equipped. That's wrong. It only increases your HP by, I think, 5% or something like that. It's terrible. Old Witch's Ring, gift from a witch, ancient ring with no obvious effect. I know what this is for, but I'm not going to spoil it, but we don't really need that either. So it's between the Master Key, the Black Firebomb. Yeah, basically Master Key or Black Firebomb. I think I'm going to go with the Master Key, and I will explain what the Black Firebomb does when we get to it, but yeah, let's go with the Master Key. Opens any basic lock, initial equip for Thief. Oh, that's why, yeah, if you pick a Thief, you get this too, automatically, and it's pretty nice, but we'll go with that. Physique, okay, let's see, average, slim. You can't really tell when you have the armor on, and they have some really weird options. Let's go with, let's see, I'm thinking slim, because eventually we're going to switch this stuff out for light armor. I like being light as opposed to very heavy. Okay, yeah, we'll go with slim. Now we have the face, hair, and color. Let's see, what do we want here? Commoner, Delta. Astora Noble's pretty good, and he's pretty pale, just like me. Dragon Scholar, nope, nope. Look at this, all these people have like deadpan looks, and then you get to this guy, and he's like, hey! And he's just smiling and happy. That's weird. Oh, it says Jubilant Katarina. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. Okay, yeah, all these are really weird looking. I think Astora Noble is going to be the best. Handsome face of the refined, common in Astora. Go with that. Let's see, hair. Receding, you know, that's a terrible name for a hairstyle, but it looks cool. Short, maybe. Swept back, no. Ponytail, no. Wild, maybe. Parted center, no. Semi-long. Curly, bobbed. I kind of like receding. I just really wish it wasn't called that. Short. Yeah, we're gonna go with receding and just pretend it's called something else. Or do we want receding? I'm always very meticulous when it comes to this. I'm trying to get through it as fast as possible. I don't want to waste your guys' time, but at the same time, I want a perfect character. That looks like Leon's haircut from Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I think I went with receding the first time anyways. Yeah, let's go with that. And for color, I usually pick what my hair color is, which is brown, but There's nothing that's really close. We have dark brown, or we have black, we have terrible, horrible color. We have light brown. Yeah, see, none of these are actually brown. That's like red, then we have blue, gray, gold, silver, dark purple, red. Oh, they're not giving me much options. I guess light brown is going to be our best bet. Okay. And I can run through all of those stats that this guy starts off with, but I think we'll just go ahead and start the game.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Okay, one of the coolest cutscenes I've ever seen. I love that cutscene, everything about it. And most of all, Gravelord Nito, who, in my opinion, is one of the coolest characters of all time.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Who's that handsome devil?
This is your fate.
Oh, no, it is not. I'm gonna challenge that fate. I love how we're like the only undead with a full suit of armor. Like, look at that guy. What does he have? Nothing. And thus begins our adventure in Dark Souls. You know what's really funny? I live with 2 roommates. Literally everyone right now is playing Dark Souls. I bought my friend Dark Souls to watch him play it, and then my friend liked it so much he went out and bought it. So now all 3 of us are literally playing Dark Souls in this apartment, which is pretty cool. Anytime something like that is glowing, that means you can pick up an item from a dead body. Dungeon cell key. I wonder what that opens. What in the world could it be? How about that? You'll notice that we were called an undead, and you might be able to tell right now by my horrible, horrible disfigured face, but actually, if we remove everything, this is what we look like. Now, isn't that attractive? Let's go ahead and put everything back on. So we started off with a knight helm, a knight armor, knight gauntlets, and knight leggings. We don't have any rings, we don't have any arrows, we don't have any bolts. We do have some items. This is used when you summon phantoms to help you out. You can use this to dissipate them, make them go back to their world. This is something that I literally have never used in any playthrough ever. Lose humanity and souls and return to bonfire. That's usually never needed. I guess the only use for that would be if you're stuck in a wall, but that has never happened to me. Okay, we also have a straight sword hilt. Not even a sword, just a hilt, and it does a measly 20 damage. I thought the knight starts off with a shield. I guess not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Notice the trail of bugs to my right there. It looks like a bunch of Madagascar hissing cockroaches. And now begins our adventure in Dark Souls. So you might have seen these before, these messages on the ground, right? Stick camera controls. Yeah, but the ones in the Undead Asylum, which is where we are now, are basically just all tutorials. Looks like we have our first enemy of the game. I said enemy, but I don't even think he would have attacked me. But we'll kill him anyways. I thought they all attacked you in the beginning. I guess not. Okay, so to our right, you will see a giant monster. And pretty much the rule of Dark Souls is anytime you see something, you can kill it. There is a way. So we're not going to kill these hollows because they're not going to attack me. We can hold B to dash. Now, like I've mentioned, it's been quite a while since I've played this game, so hopefully I'm not too rusty. But for now, there's really nothing that we can do. Hopefully I didn't pass anything back there. I don't think we can open any of those cells. In fact, I'm sure of it. So we just need to continue forward for now. We'll climb this ladder, and then we'll see what awaits us at the top. There's something over there, but there should also be... No, I was wrong. There's not another passage. Okay. What do we have here? Rest at bonfire, recover HP. You've probably heard of this before. Bonfires are a big part of Dark Souls. This is one right here. Every time you light one, anytime you die, you will go back to the last one you visited. So we can rest at the bonfire. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. However, we can't do anything now except leave. Every time you rest at a bonfire, it fully restores your flasks, which we don't have yet, and your HP, but it also what's the word? Respawns all of the enemies. So let's see. I think our hands are tied for now. It does not open from this side. Okay, so the only place that we can go is straight forward through these big ominous doors. Now, if we were to die, which is a big part of Dark Souls, as you will see by the screen that happens when we do die, we will go back to that bonfire right there. So, let's continue forward and go through these sets of doors. Just kidding! It's time for the first boss of the game, the Asylum Demon. Yeah, and this sets the pace pretty much for the entire game. You know, what other video game starts you off with a guy this big? So, remember the black fire bombs I was talking about? Well, you can start off with those and use those to kill this guy. You're not supposed to kill this guy. You're supposed to run actually through this door on my left here. But you can kill this guy, and it's very hard when you first see him. And if you kill him when you first see him, you actually get his weapon. It's not that big. That would be ridiculous. But you do get it. So, let's go ahead and try and kill this guy, shall we? We will dual wield. I keep saying dual wield. Okay. Yeah, see, we have, like, the medium roll right now, which I hate having. Yeah, actually, we do no damage. I don't even know if this is possible. I mean, it's possible, of course. But look at the damage we do. Yeah, 2, 4. No, there's no way. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward. But basically what happens is, if you can kill this guy with the black fire bombs, and it's very easy, that you start off with, you get that weapon that he has in his hands. And like I said, it's not that big, but it's still a good weapon. It just requires a crap ton of strength to wield. So, yeah, unfortunately we can't kill him with this straight sword hilt. You pretty much need... It would take, like, I don't even know how long it would take. Probably like an hour. Okay, so we have a note here that says, get your shield. And that's because this douchebag over here is going to be shooting arrows at us through this hallway. So, let's go ahead and grab this. We have a tower kite shield. We'll go into our menu. Basically how the menu works is nothing pauses. So, if you're playing this game with me, keep in mind nothing pauses. Which is cool. I kind of like when games do that. We have browse items. We also have equip items, and we want to equip our shield right here. Now we have a shield. Cool beans. We also have view status and the settings menu. So, yes. So now we have a shield. LB holds it up. As I tell anyone that plays this game for the first time, you pretty much always want to have your shield up if you've never played this game before. I, however, have memorized many parts of this game. So... yes, okay. We can hit the left trigger to parry enemies. We can hold the left bumper to raise our shield. We can also two-hand our weapon and have our shield on our back. But for now, our best bet is just going to be to have our shield in the left hand and our straight sword, or hilt, or whatever it's called, in our right. Where are you going, buddy? You're just going to fire arrows at me down this hall, and then you're going to run when I get close to you? Let's actually pick up this, and we get an upgrade to our weapon. It's always risky to change things when enemies are nearby, obviously. But now we're pretty much a full-fledged knight. We've got a broadsword and a shield and a full set of knight armor. Whereas if you started as something else, you would have a little bit of a harder time because you wouldn't have such a good armor set. So we'll go ahead and backstab this guy. Goodbye, sir. And then we will end this first episode right in front of this fog gate. I know a lot of the episode was taken up by the cutscene and, you know, me starting it off, but that's usually how Let's Plays work anyways. Yeah, we have not even reached the tip of the iceberg yet, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be probably my favorite Let's Play to date, just because I have always really been looking forward to doing a Let's Play of this. And we finally started it. So yes, I'm extremely excited. For anyone that's played or seen this game before, you know why. We're going to have lots of fun. Thanks for watching this first episode, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Thank you.